I'm a well-known sales associate in a toy shop in a shopping center. We get 1 hour for break, so I tend to change out of my uniform completely before I go to wander around. Today I leave the center to buy lunch, so I go to a large shop directly across the road. While I'm inside browsing the cold food section, a middle-aged female customer grabs my arm. I'm wearing a bright blue jumper with a Happy Christmas cat, so it looks nothing like the uniform.
Wait up! Where's the smoked salmon?
I turn around so that she can see 100% that I am not wearing a uniform.
Wait, what? Sorry, I don't work here.
Still clutching my arm hard.
You're a cashier. It won't take long. I'm in a hurry.
I pull my arm away, pinch my jumper with both hands, then wiggle the cat back and forth so that it's very obvious. Then I say in a small voice, and I start to emulate the cat.
He doesn't work here. Meow, are you mad? Don't touch strangers.
The woman just rolled her eyes and called me a crazy. She tried to flag down an employee to report me, who was trying to hold back hysterical laughter while watching the whole thing. My wife and I go to the grocery store with our kids for some shopping. Then I tell my wife,
I gotta pee so bad. I wish I didn't have to pee so bad. I gotta go find a can.
So I rush to the back of the store and find the washroom locked with a sign, key at cash.
Son of a God, I gotta pee.
So I turn around and I speed walk to the front, trying to make my way to the cashier. On my way, I see a lady standing at the end of the aisle, and she's looking directly at me. In my head, I say to myself, it's a sample lady. I suppose I can hold my pee for a sample.
Hi.
Hi. We stare at each other expectantly for 5 seconds. I don't work here.
Oh, you look so official and purposeful coming down the aisle. I figured you were a manager.
I guess managers look like they have to pee all the time. I'm shopping in a national hardware chain. I'm wearing a windbreaker because of the weather, and I'm walking around the aisles looking for what I need. I eventually notice an elderly gentleman who is obviously following me around. I stop and look at him.
I was wondering where the knee pad thingies are, but not the ones that you wear.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't work here. I'm shopping.
You know, the rubber pad things.
I don't work here.
Not the ones you wear.
It dawns on me that I'm wearing similar colors as the store uniform, so I just go with it. I think you might want to look down the gardening section. It's a couple of aisles over. As I'm checking out, he comes up to the register with the pads in his hand.
Thank you. I found the gardening section.
I still don't know if he figured out that I didn't work there. Now, a store that I used to work at is closing, and there's a big closing 50% off sign that's hung throughout the store, with details including what's in the discount. And those things include grocery, frozen, health and beauty, but does not include, which is in big letters, dairy, meat, and seafood. I'm standing at the front of the store beside the register, and I'm talking to a former coworker, while the customer calls her over to the register.
Excuse me, this isn't ringing off 50%.
She holds up a bag of frozen shrimp, which isn't included, which is clearly stated on the sign. The worker tells her this, and she flips out, claiming
everything should be on sale.
And
no wonder you people are all losing your jobs.
She checks out and I decide to leave. On my way to my car, she stops me, either recognizing me from when I worked there, which was nearly 11 years ago, or assuming I still work there, since I was talking to an employee.
I'm glad you're losing your jobs. You people are incompetent. That sign says 50% off everything, so I don't know why you won't give it to me.
Okay, first of all, not everyone is losing their job. Some are, but others are being relocated to other stores. Second, it is not her fault that you can't read a sign that is literally 10 feet tall. Third, I left this place a while ago, which is why I could say, F you, bitch. She was speechless as I got into my car and left. It was the only time I've ever cussed out a customer there, even though she wasn't my customer. I'm a customer at this big store with my mom. We go to pick up a gift, and I visit my friends who work there. While we're talking, waiting to pay, the employee helping us leaves to grab the video game disc from the drawer on the opposite end of the counter when a customer approaches us from the cashier side of the counter.
Hi, the woman's toilet is broken. Oh, wow, that sucks.
My mom turns back to me and we pick up our conversation again.
The toilet is broken. Well, as I said, that sucks. But we don't work here. You might want to tell an employee we're just wanting to pay. You're actually behind the counter.
The customer stares at us like deer in headlights, till finally she turns around and stomps off in a huff. I'm picking up some wallpaper samples. I'm in my own little world, so I didn't notice any customers striding up beside me.
Excuse me.
Oh, right. Sorry. I moved close to the shelves to let her pass.
Where's the paper glue?
The what?
The paper glues for putting up wallpaper.
Oh, the wallpaper paste? I think I saw them on the other end of the aisle, she says sarcastically.
Well, thank you.
I just shake it off. I collect the samples I want, and I prepare to leave. I reach the end of the aisle and see the customer again. She looks at me and she says,
I can't see them. Where are they?
There, the little bags, the ones that say wallpaper paste.
I know that. Which ones do I want?
I've had about enough. She has been nothing but rude, and I've been nothing but patient with her so far. Look, lady, what does it say on my shirt?
Don't speak to me like that.
What does it say on my shirt?
Well, it says large engineering company.
So, not the store, right? She looks at me blankly, clearly the thoughts rolling off her like water on a duck's back. You are the rudest person I've ever met. Why don't you learn some manners? Or better yet, off. The color drains from her face.
That's it. I'm getting your manager, and I'm getting you fired.
She storms off, and I stick around to see what happens. A few minutes later, she returns with the manager with a smug look on her face. I've had a complaint about one of my workers. Yeah, that would be me, apparently. I told her that I don't work here, but I work at this engineering company. But this old battle axe won't listen to me. She's been incredibly rude to me and condescending the whole time. Frankly, if this is a treatment your staff gets, I would give them a raise. She is fuming.
Are you going to let him talk to me that way? This little won't help me at all. And the other guy?
Insert racial slur.
Wouldn't listen to me either.
He looks to her. I'm too busy for this petty nonsense. If I hear of you harassing any other customers, I'll personally ban you from this store.
But, I need my paper glue.
I'm shopping on my lunch at a retail park near my work. I'm talking to my mom on the phone as I'm walking around the store. My workplace has casual dress, so I'm not wearing anything close to the uniform. As I'm talking to her about the cookers, this happens.
Excuse me, young lady. It's extremely rude and unprofessional to be talking on your phone during your shift.
I'll call you back, Mom.
That's better. Now, tell me where the toasters are. Honestly, so rude.
I start to scowl.
I don't work here. What on earth made you think that?
Well, you're the only person here, of course.
So I guess that means you work here. You know, it's very rude to talk to customers that way.
He's clearly confused and starts stammering.
What the hell are you...
And before he could say anything else, I cut him off.
Where's your manager? I'm gonna get you fired.
With that, he gave me a crazy look as he walked away, and occasionally shooting me confused glances before disappearing around another aisle. I work as a manager at a store that's not far from a grocery store, so I generally dress very professional, and I usually have a lanyard to identify me as such, with also the company logo. I was on my lunch break, so I decided to get something at the deli at the grocery store. As a side note, I'm around 6'5", so it makes me kind of intimidating to some people, so that will come into play later. As I'm coming out through the bakery area, I came up to get some food that was made fresh behind the deli counter. I get in queue behind this man, and this man, he was berating a poor young lady, not much taller than the counter from my perspective, and this is what follows.
Why don't you have this certain kind of meat?
Honestly, I wasn't listening to what he wanted because I really didn't much care.
We'll be getting more in Friday if you...
It doesn't help me now, does it, you stupid Why don't you just go to the back and get me some?
At this point, I'm about ready to step in. I am a father of 3 daughters, and this angers me to see anyone treat another person this way, especially a young girl like this. That reminds me of my daughters. Sheepishly, and a little frightened, she looks back and responds,
I'm very sorry, sir, but we don't have any.
God, you're useless. Go get me the manager.
At this point, she turns to leave, and she gives me an apologetic look before exiting the back doors behind the deli. Cue the belligerent man looking back at what she was looking at.
Good. It's about time I get a man to handle this. Are you the manager?
I'm the manager of... Before I can finish, he cuts me off.
Listen, all I want is this meat. You think you could at least do that?
Seeing that he wasn't going to listen to me about not working there, I decided to play along. I'm going to have to ask you to leave the premises before I personally remove you myself. You are no longer welcome here. Please leave. A little shocked and taken aback by my response, he says,
I'm gonna complain to corporate.
I put one arm behind him on the counter, leaning close into him. With the meanest look that I can muster, I said with a deep, angry, calm voice, "Are you sure you want to do that?" The man started to tremble, and he practically ran out of the store. By the time the employee got back, with the manager in tow, the man was gone. They both looked around, and the manager just shrugged and told her to get him if he came back. She apologized to me and got me what I needed. I thanked her for being such a good professional worker, and I went on my way. I'm not sure if anything ever come of this, but this has been 2 years ago, and I know she still works there, and I've never seen the man again. Thank you very much for joining me for this edition of I Don't Work Here Lady. I got a special thing planned for later on this week. I hope to get it done soon. I'm going to have a special guest, Raffaella Viola, doing some voices of the women in there, one normal one and one legbeard. So yes, it's going to be a legbeard edition, so I hope you join us. I want to give a special thanks to all my patrons, so here I go to butcher the names. A Normal Joe, Allison Cowan, Andrew Cohen, Charlotte Emerson, Gray Roses, Carica, I'm pretty sure that I butchered that. Sorry about that. Carolina Bavatskoa? Okay, yeah, I'm sure I got that one wrong. Liz Cass, and Tegan Amelia. Thank you all very much. So until next time, just remember, have fun with your failures, or they'll have fun with you.